recording video. I hope at the right bit rate. Yep, I fixed that. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
After you take away the bread, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise, what have you got?
A fax machine.
Eat me, and you'll regret it.
The Morning Stream. We're not toys, we're action figures.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to TMS. It's the Morning Stream for November 1st, 2023. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian at Pitt.
Good morning. Yes, I got up, took a shower, got dressed, put on my Day of the Dead shirt, that button-up shirt that's covered with skeletons doing all sorts of things.
Yeah, love that one.
And then I'm like, oh wait, didn't we learn that Day of the Dead is like is the second and not the first? And so I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go take it off and put on this Henley that I did. And then I come out and the news is like, well, today is Dia de los Muertos, and here's where all the fun activities that you can do, blah, 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 blah. So
I thought it was the second also. Why is that in my head? You can still wear it tomorrow, but whatever.
Yeah, I thought basically I thought that it was that I had made the mistake of doing it on November 1st last year, and people maybe in the tadpole or whatever. And there we go. It's the night of the first. So tonight is well, then be Noche de los Muertos.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
not Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah,
right?
we need day, not Night of the Dead. No one does Night of the Dead.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead.
So here we go. 31st through the 2nd.
Oh, it has a run. I didn't know it had a run.
It has a run. It's a 3-day event. Okay. November 1st and 2nd is All Souls Day or Day of the Dead. So I'm guessing the like Claire says, it starts tonight technically, but tomorrow is the day. So tomorrow I'll be wearing that skeleton shirt that I wore for a brief moment today.
I can't wait to see it. We're both wearing Henleys today, I think. A little button up here.
Mine's not a Henley. Mine is just
just a deal. It's a deal.
Just a deal. Just a sweatshirt.
Nothing wrong with a good
no
sweatshirt.
Logo. No nothing.
Nothing. Not advertising for anybody. Not fandom. Nothing.
I want to say this was maybe $7 or $8 at Old Navy. And,
oh my gosh, good
it's
deal.
So damn comfortable and perfect for fall.
Don't you love when you find two things have to align?
Yeah.
Super low price.
Yeah.
Comfortable as hell. Wear it for years. Oh man.
Yep. Exactly.
There's nothing like that. And I'm wearing pants. I consider that. I got these at TJ Maxx for like $12. These are jeans, and they have lasted me, I don't know, 6 years. They're still great. I'll wear them till they're too thin to wear.
Wear them till there's nothing but the seams, basically.
Yeah, and you know what's nothing's worse than the opposite of this, which is you go spend $90 on a fancy pair of pants.
Right.
They don't fit exactly right, and they fray within 2 years. Like, go for the cheap shit. The belt I wear all the time. The one my go-to belt. I have a couple belts, but my go-to belt is one I bought in Vegas in 2018 at a grocery store because I forgot my belt, so I couldn't wear any pants on that TMS Vegas trip. So Kim and I ran around different stores. Nobody had what we needed. Found a grocery store that had a little section of like clothes and pants and stuff. Yeah, and they have this belt. I think it was maybe $5. To this day, it is the best effing belt I've ever owned, and I'll never get rid of it until it breaks. So I'm telling you,
that's
look
hilarious.
For the
deals. What a weird place, a grocery store belt.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it was right. It was like a whole like clothes area that was adjacent to a bunch of slot machines in this store. You know how Vegas is with all the slots.
Yeah, Vegas is exactly. It's like, well, I'm going to play some Wheel of Fortune while I shop for Depends and oranges.
Yeah. Ooh, bad day
shopping. We gotta send out a big shout out to Megan and Michael, the Slucks, in the hospital right now, about to have a baby. Oh, congratulations, you two!
Very happy thing to celebrate. That's great.
Both of them have been frequent tadpole feud players, or call in Battle Royale players or something. So
sure. And you should name the kid Chuck Sluck.
Chuck's Luck.
Yeah.
There you go.
Chuck's Luck. It sounds like Chuck's apostrophe S luck.
Luck.
Which is a whole Amy thing she'll have to deal with.
How about Buck?
Buck. Ooh,
Buck
Buck's
is good too.
Buck's Luck is
Buck's Luck.
Oh, Buck's Luck. I'm sure they've never heard this before.
I'm sure never. It's never. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure it's just fine. All right, I heard something that made me a little sad. Are we okay being a little sad for just a second?
Yeah, sure. All right. As long as we can be happy the whole rest of the time, fine.
So there's this episode of Friends, and everyone, we're all aware of Matthew Perry's untimely passing.
Yes.
All very sad. Everyone misses him. He was great. However, I'm watching this episode that somebody pointed out to me. This is why I watched it. And there's this part of the thing where this is late season. This is where he's married to Monica and they got a kid on the way.
Okay.
Or no, I think the kid's already born and maybe even crying in the background. But he I can't remember the context of why this mattered, but he dumped a bunch of dishes on the ground and they all shattered. And then he said a thing. So I'm just going to play it. It's just a little too on the nose. And then I have a thought after this. Here you go.
Well, what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
Oh
God. Jeez.
Jeez, it just really hit me over the head. It was like, dude, don't be the one actor in the whole run of the series that's had that line to say. And I know it means nothing. It's all happenstance. You do it.
Of course.
That was the other thing I was going to say.
There could just in 236 episodes, there could just as easily be one where Joey says the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
I figured no matter how you and I go, we have enough. Just TMS alone. Forget Film Sack. Forget Cover. Forget all that.
Yeah.
TMS alone. We have said enough things that there'll be 50 references to the dumb way we die.
For sure. Like you'll be able to pick and choose the clip that actually says the way we'll die.
Yeah.
Like it's not just the fact that we died or who died first or any of that stuff.
The method of our demise.
Brian actually predicted that he would be in a Ferris wheel gondola that fell down onto a...
Yeah, and then everyone will get conspiratorial about it and they'll all think it's magic and it's just really volume is all it is. It's just so much show. But anyway, it just kind of depressed me. So now I'm going to play something that will make you happy.
Oh, good. Oh, thank goodness. I appreciate. I like the balance of the force.
Yeah. This is good. It's important. You want to eat a balanced meal. You want balance in the force, and you want balanced stories here at the top of TMS. So here you go. Sure. If I bought tickets to see Motley Crue in concert right now, I would want my money back, and here's why.
Okay.
Here is recording of a recent live show where Vince Neil is singing "Kickstart My Heart," and he's doing it in front of a crowd. And this is what he sounds like. He's not singing the words. He's just making sounds.
This is exactly what you get if you ask Bob Dylan to do an impersonation of Eddie Murphy's Buckwheat from Saturday Night Live.
I can't unhear it now. Oh my gosh, that's dead on. I just think it's even funnier visually because somebody took this video and then put what they thought he was saying.
Oh, I love it when they do that.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'll try to track that down and share with you because it's really funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm all for these hair bands in the '80s having a moment here. They're all coming back and touring and whatever.
Maybe it's time to Pineda. What's the Journey guy? Maybe it's time to bring in the lead singer from the Poison tribute band.
Yeah, I'm sure they could probably pull it off. Vince Neil, rough living. Leads to rough singing, I guess.
Yeah.
But what's his name did all right. He came back a little puffy and not ready, and then he got good again. Axl Rose, he sounds great right now, but about 3 years ago, things were not looking. He
sounds as good as he ever did, I guess is the best way of saying it.
Yeah, there you go. Sure. He's consistent with his previous work, as best I can tell. But
yes.
Anyway. Oh, this is great. J Funk Test says, I saw them in '89 and it was awesome. Saw them again in 2016, and it was the worst concert I've ever been to. Wow. Do you think
that sounds about right?
Jay, do you think that's you growing up, or is that them just deteriorating?
I think it's the latter.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. See, a little fun, little sad, little fun, little sad.
That resolved things from the Matthew Perry sad clip.
Thank the Lord.
The happy Vince Neil clip. Although, stay healthy, Vince Neil, because we've just talked a lot about.
Oh yeah, we're
stay out of.
Stay
out of trouble, dude.
Also, I got in trouble last night. Speaking of that, real quick.
No! What did you? What too soon joke did you make?
Well, it wasn't even that. I told Taylor and Dylan that they needed to watch Barbarian, and I told them all the reasons why without spoiling anything. I said,
"Oh God!"
I said this movie subverts your expectations. You'll think one thing, and then it'll change, and you go, "Oh my gosh, it's something totally different." Like it's the power of that movie. And she wrote back this morning. Hold on. She said, "Where is it? Why the okay, here's her actual thing in all caps." She goes, "Why the Boob Lady? I'm actually mad. I wish I never saw that movie. Dill is also mad."
Lady, that's hilarious.
I said, "That movie rules." She goes, "You're crazy." And I said, "You never quite know what's going to happen. I think it's brilliant." She says, "Yeah, but the naked lady breastfeeding thing was the worst thing I've ever seen. It's so gross." Anyway, I told her I didn't do that on purpose. I actually really like that film and respect it, but she apparently was caught off guard by the Boob Lady. All right, let's catch ourselves off with this Boob Lady here. She's waiting to get in. Brian Dunaway, our resident Boob Lady, all the way from South Carolina, and his own fun night of Halloweening with his epic run as Loki for president. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, that was a great costume, man.
Yeah. How'd it go?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
Well, thank you. I put the effort in, and apparently it paid off.
It definitely did. Yes.
It really did. It looked
Yeah,
great.
that was the crap I was getting last night from some of the other family members who were like, "I wish my costume this, that, and the other." I'm like, "When did you start?" 6 p.m. on Halloween night.
Yeah,
Actually, I was at Walmart, walking around Walmart because Audra said, "I need a red cloak." And I'm like, "It's 6 p.m. on Halloween night."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, I'll see what I can do."
Yeah.
You're gonna be lucky to find a polka dot fitted sheet.
Dude, there was like some red pajamas. I said, "How about red pajamas?"
Yeah. Those are always a good look. Nothing wrong with those. Did you do anything else fun? Did you have like a little party or anything, or that sort of thing?
No, everybody was really it was really weird because I had just read an article the other day that Gen Z was more into the Halloween stuff than the millennials, and I was like, okay, sure. And so in the last 5 years or so, our Halloween visitors had really plummeted. Of course, COVID happened and stuff, but other things were going on too. It was already trending down.
Yeah.
And so this year we're like, we're not doing anything. And I was like, cool. So I got to work on my costume. Usually I put all that energy and effort into setting up a big party, projector outside, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody shows up.
Yeah.
This year there were roving hordes of kids roving in the neighborhood, and I'm all like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
So we didn't do much.
That's Generation Alpha, then, isn't it? Because Z's are all in their 20s and being grumpy now. That's their deal, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. Yeah. So
I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I didn't put any effort into that part. Put effort everywhere else, and then I end up not going anywhere. So I was what's the analogy? I'm all dressed up and
nowhere to go or
whatever. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Perfect use of it.
Well, it's good because you're here and you can be dressed up for the following fun. We're going to add a listener to the call and see if they're ready to participate in today's Tadpooly feud. We've tried to get Ian in the past. He was our third caller, so I'm trying it again. He's blinking. We had problems last time, though, and he never was able to answer, so I don't know if that's happening now, but we're going to find out. I'm going to see if it works, and it's not working, and that's no good. Because now I'll have to add somebody else to this call.
Oh, no.
That's okay. You try, you do your best. Ian, we'll try again at a different time. Let's take our fourth person. Oh, looks like Janny's back, I think.
Janice back.
Oh, hello. Hi, how are you?
Hello?
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 Is this Yana?
Is this Yana?
This is me. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not Janny.
Yes, good.
You're definitely not Janny. It's nice to have you back. You got a cat there for your
That was
avatar.
really
What else can
quiet.
you ask for except Brian Ebbett to explain the rules? Brian, take it away.
That's right. Well, Yana, it's time to play the Tadpooley feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics. Scott and Brian have to predict those answers that they gave us, and it's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Yanni, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with one of these chuckleheads. If your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Inmost and Ring of Pain. Although I do have a European prize, like a game that only seems to work in the code might only work in Europe, that I might give you instead, or along with all of these.
Yeah, do it along with it. Ring of Pain's awesome. Little card game. It's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool.
I got a
Ring
ring
of Pain.
I got a ring of pain. I'm sitting on it.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah, you should have stayed away from Chipotle. Let's get to the game here. Put your hands on your buzzers. This one I've really...
wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
This one I've got some concerns about. I'm hoping it goes well. We asked 461 tadpoolers to give their best answer to this. Name a commonly mispronounced word.
Damn it.
Nuclear or
All right,
nuclear.
Oh, that's a good one.
Show me nuclear.
Number one.
Yeah, number one answer on the board. Okay,
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm hoping this portends things to come.
Yeah.
So
this will be fun. Yanni, anything jump into your head and say, yo, look at me. I'm a good answer.
Aluminium.
Oh, that's a good one.
it's good that you even show the improper way to pronounce it for us. That's
Oh,
good. I like
yeah, I see.
that you use that way.
Yeah, because we're Americans and we know what's up. We know what's
That's
right.
right. All right.
Wow.
You guys going with that?
Yeah, let's do
assume?
it. I like it.
Excellent.
It's a
Show
great
me
one. That's great.
aluminium. Number 6 answer on the board.
Some good points.
I would like America to adopt the King's English pronunciation and call it aluminium. I like that.
Now, since this is tadpoolers,
Yes.
somebody probably did both because I say both instead of both.
I hope everybody heard that too, by the way. Okay,
Both.
go ahead. So both? Okay,
Yeah, let's
both.
do both.
Both.
See if it's on there.
All right. Show me both.
Ooh.
Number 5 answer on the board.
That was a long delay. That
Wow.
freaked me out. All right. That probably means so. How about
They are listening, is what it means.
well, waint is another one that I do. Instead of wait, it's waint.
I mean, this really could just be all you, honestly.
It
This,
feels like it. A couple of Utahisms here. Let's get waint out of the way.
All right. Okay. Show me waint. Yeah, number 9.
Wow. Scott is murdering me for that
know.
Monday win, I can tell.
I know. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Yanni, let's give you the mic. What do you want to put on here on the board?
Oh, there's one that I really irks me.
Yeah.
It's mascarpone.
Oh, mascarpone.
Oh.
I don't think it's on the list.
I think we try it. I hate that one too.
I know that Brian says mascarpone.
Yeah.
I do?
Yes.
Do I really? I thought I say
I've
mascarpone.
heard-
Do I not put an E at the end? Mascarpone?
Is it mascarpone?
You've been called out.
No, but it's mascarpone. M-A-S, not M-A.
Mascarpone. Oh,
Mascarpone.
really? Oh,
Yeah,
so
but you
I
said
thought I picked
mascarpone.
Mascarpone. It's
Yeah,
the...
I don't think that's there.
I remember when Geraldo raided the vault of Mascarpone. It
Oh,
was,
I know.
one of the best moments in television history.
There was nothing in there
you
though,
have
man.
a good idea.
Yeah. So if you don't think that one's gonna be on there though,
oh.
is what you're saying.
Water?
Water?
That's said in 100 different ways, at least in the US.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Water.
Potato?
Water gets tomato. Maybe.
Potato?
Let's do.
I don't know.
Let's do tomato. I like
Okay,
tomato.
all right.
Yeah.
All right,
Tomato.
you
tomato.
say tomato, I say tomato. Let's see if the tadpool calls the whole thing off. Show us tomato. No, tomato. I don't even think that made the list. I'm looking really quickly.
That's
Oh
everyone's.
yeah, one person said tomato.
Okay, it was probably somebody
That
in their
wasn't me.
70s. Yeah.
It's probably Yana. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you get a chance to play. Congratulations.
Whew, finally. All right. Well, everybody gives me a hard time on this show because I like to say how we say it down here in the South when we're out trick-or-treating asking for some Reeseeeeees Pieceeeeees,
Reesee's
please.
Pieces.
Are you saying you're trying to tell us that that's like not just you, but the whole South says it like that?
Oh, dude. Come on. Of course.
That's fine. You
The
want to
whole South
shove? You want
pronounces
to?
it
You
like
want
that,
to? You want to brush an entire region under the rug? That's fine with us.
We'll get to you in a second, both. But
Yeah,
The
but
whole
I don't.
Utah
But I'm
way
not
of saying
claim. I
both.
don't claim the entire Northwest or Southwest.
no, but you
says
did a
both.
minute ago say it was a Utah thing.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I did. I stand
All right,
by it.
okay. Show me Reesee's Pieces.
Oh,
wow.
I clicked it and I just sat there and waited for it.
As much bullshit as these people give me about saying that, they didn't even put it on the board. I can't believe
I'm
it.
shocked.
Not on the board, but it one person said that as well. So
Wow.
you were considered, but oh so very briefly. I mean the whole South was considered very briefly for that one.
Yanni, how do you feel about how do people say it? Supposedly.
Yes, that's a great word.
Do you like that one? All right, let's do that. Supposedly. I think should be on there.
Supposedly. Oh, yes, it's a big pet peeve of mine as well. Let's get to it. Show me supposedly with a D, people. Yeah, supposedly.
That makes sense.
Number 2 answer on the board. Some big numbers, but some low points.
Back in the day, let's see if we have any old school listeners from the instance here. Randy used to call herbs, and he was insistent upon it for a very long time. You know,
I'm going to go do some herbalism.
And he refused. There was many episodes this came up. He refused to change it. So I think
for a guy who pronounces chorizo in the most accurate way possible, herbs is surprises me.
Yeah.
And okay, maybe it's I like the fact that Claire and Lucky Phil, Ireland and Australia, are trying to tell us how to pronounce things. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Forget it, guys.
Okay.
Stay in
all
your
right,
lane.
show us
Yeah.
herb.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
dang it.
really?
That was number that did make the list.
Shit.
No, also one person, so tied for
That's all?
39th place.
Okay.
All the singles.
All right. What do you say, Dunaway?
Jay Funtastic says in the deep south here they say Reeseeeeees Pieceeeeees, so they don't even put the S at the end of Reese's. They say Reeseeeeees Pieces.
No. Right. Well, that's what I said.
Pieces,
It's all over the place. It's all over the place here.
Yeah, nobody knows.
It's all over the place.
Yeah,
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
that's a good sign that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to go through all of my pain. I'm just going to go through. I know Scott always gives me every week because I put day at the end of, or Monday. I put D at the end of my day.
Monday,
So,
Sunday.
Tuesday,
Monday.
Wednesday.
Also a very southern thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Monday, Tuesday. But Monday is the one I'm going with.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll give you basically any. I would have lumped those all together. So let's see if it's up here.
Very good.
Show us Monday or any D of the week.
Oh,
come on.
Yeah, kind of amazed. No, I like that answer, and I'm surprised nobody said it.
Well, chat says, or Icor says, y'all are focusing on regional differences and not actual mispronunciations. Well, sometimes they go hand in hand.
Is Monday? No, because I would say Monday is a mispronunciation.
I would too.
I'm
My
saying
dad
that's
said,
a mispronunciation.
Yeah,
as well
my-
as Reesee's Pieces, but that's beside the point.
but you still do it. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think, Big J? You gotta.
Well, I seem to be thinking of tiramisu for some reason, so espresso.
Oh, espresso instead of
that's a good
espresso. That's good.
Very good. That's a good one.
That's
All
not
right.
regional. Let's do that.
Nope. There's no X in espresso. Show us espresso.
Yeah.
Number 3 answer on the bird.
Nice.
On the bird.
On the bird. I like that better than board. Speaking of mispronunciations, I like bird.
Let's go to the bird.
Let's get us up on the bird. Well, there's a similar one. People say escape sometimes.
Yeah.
when they really mean
which
escape.
one's the right one, Scott?
Oh,
which one's the right one? Which
okay,
one's the wrong
right.
one?
Escape is the correct one, but
Okay,
escape. Escape is something a kid would say. I think that might be here.
Yeah. Let's go to an escape room. All right, show me escape. Damn it! Third strike.
Really?
Escape was up there though.
Shit.
That was. Let's see here. Oh, I thought it was higher. Okay.
Shocked
It
that's
was-
not on there. Can't believe it.
Yeah, where the heck is it?
Guess I can look
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm having a hard time finding it because I remember it being fairly prominent on the list. But
Well,
anyway,
let's look at the map here, or the math. The map. I said math wrong. Use that one. Dunaway, it looks like you have to, you got to run the
you
board
have
to win.
run the board, yeah. 10, 18, 25, 29. You basically need that last 4-pointer, so you'd have to get all the.
Well, let's see.
remaining 4 answers.
I've gotten none so far, so my odds are pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Go from getting 0 right to all of them right.
Yep.
In one
Right.
turn.
So let me ask you a question.
Oh, I love Axe.
Axe up there.
Yeah, I love that one.
Axe you this. All right,
Yeah.
show me Axe.
Oh,
Yeah, number
look at
7
that.
answer on the board. Well done. All right. Okay. Okay.
Oh, starting to feel confident now. Let's see. What are the words? See, I'm surrounded by people who say stuff weird in my head because I don't speak necessarily like most Southern people.
No, you don't.
around
You
me
don't.
speak.
You don't start. You're not. I don't meet you or Bobby. I don't see either of you and go, oh, I automatically know where you guys live.
Clearly from the South. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's weird.
Until we hear Reeseeeeees Pieceeeeees.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm always hearing people say doorknob, which is I'm like, what? A doorknob? What is? Oh, a doorknob. A doorknob. Oh, okay.
Doorknob.
Right. So, oh my God. Something that's going to be everybody says wrong. Oh shoot, I don't know.
It's hard, right?
How about it is?
Yeah.
How about?
I have seen all 3 of these answers come up in the chat room. Not,
Oh, really?
not
really?
recently. I mean, like, some of them
over time?
over time, but people in the chat room have been saying these. So
Okay. Well, how about we go down to our local library and pick up a
library, sure.
library? Yeah.
All right, show me the library.
Oh!
No, that's a good one though. Number 12 on the list was library. You were very close, which means Yano wins the prizes. Yay!
Yay!
Yana.
Congratulations.
Hooray.
Well done.
Let's get to the rest of these because it's you're gonna be like, oh, of course. All right, this first one we talked about recently on the show. I jokingly call it "What's this here sauce?" but of course it is Worcestershire sauce.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yep.
one. Yeah.
Mostly an American
Sure.
problem.
This one is battled. It still rages on. If this which one of these is the actual
really?
pronunciation
GIF?
of this
GIF?
file format? Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Mr.
really?
GIF.
Man, think
Yeah.
about that. I didn't think
course.
about that.
Of
Good one.
course. It's a good one.
Everybody always thinks that the way they pronounce it is the correct one. Worcestershire. Oh, I said Worcestershire. Yeah, Worcestershire. Okay, thank you,
Yeah,
Claire.
I still
and
say
then finally,
Worcestershire.
one
Worcestershire.
that surprised me that was as high as it was. I thought some of these other ones in the list belonged higher, but this one is specific or specifically. People will drop that first S and say, well, if you're trying to
The
get
first
specific-
S, the only
Yeah.
S.
Oh,
Right.
I guess it is the first S. If you're trying to get Pacific with me,
Right.
so people say
Pacific.
Specifically.
Oh,
they'll say
Pacific.
Pacific or
Specifically.
Pacifically. Some of the other ones that I
Weird.
thought should have been higher. A lot of people say February instead of
Oh
February.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Salmon, you'll hear people say. Especially, that's one that I
Yes,
thought would be
yes,
higher.
yes, yes.
Especially, like with escape, I was thinking this is the one that I thought was higher. A lot of people will say etc. instead of et cetera. Hyperbole, mischievous. There's no
Oh.
extra I in there. It's not
Hyperbole.
mischievous. Hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
I'll die on the hill that you can pronounce roof, either roof or roof, and neither one is a mispronunciation.
I agree. It's regional. That one's regional. I totally agree.
Cachet or cash. Epitome. Other people who pronounce it epitome. There
Who
might
says
be
epitome?
Oh my God, I would smack somebody.
Paschetti, ambulance,
Ambulance.
I like this one, and thanks to Wet Leg for helping everybody. It's chaise long, not chase lounge.
Chase lounge.
Chaise long.
No, that's chaise. It's a chaise lounge.
Chaise
Sure.
Yeah. No, we know. But here's the thing. That word sucks either direction. It's bad. It's not a good word.
It's a chaise long.
I don't like. It's my least favorite
vacuum.
French word. Vacuum.
No, people know how to spell vacuum. Colonel or colonel.
Colonel.
Somebody said comptroller. We've been saying wrong, but the way they said it's pronounced, they say it's pronounced controller, but I think they meant it's pronounced comptroller. But I don't understand comptroller.
I think you're being troll-erd.
You're being troll-erd.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Comptroller may sound. Maybe they think we're trying to say controller, but we mean comptroller. It's a job title.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe they're confused about what that is. I don't know.
Data. Again, I feel like that's like roof and roof. It's either way.
Yep.
Oregon. Do people mispronounce Oregon?
What do they say? Oregon.
I say Oregon.
Oregon. Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe okay. Oregon, BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Here's one that I'm never sure about. Is the car make a Porsche or a Porsche?
Porshay,
according to Randy.
Porshay.
Yeah. No, remember that whole thing? You did that. In fact, we have audio evidence of this. Let me play this. This is Dunway responding to Randy on an episode of Film Sack. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, we had this discussion many times.
That's
Me and Randy
right.
talked about it all the
Okay, we
time.
did talk about
Here
this.
it is. Let's see this.
By the way, does a Porsche have a stupid horn like that? I'm just curious. That was a. Really
That's an aftermarket.
Horn.
That's third party.
Okay.
It's third party. Listen to you, Brian. You're like one of those websites.
I just can't not say it's Porsche.
Oh, I'm sorry. Porsche. There you go. You feel better now?
Man, that's an old
always
one,
be
too.
trolling.
Yeah.
Was that
Always be
the
trolling.
first year? Because listen to how young we all sound.
No, we sound
I
young.
know,
Our
it
mics,
sounds so
our
weird.
mics are all different and modulated weird
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, I can't. I'm not sure when that was. Oh, it is 2011 or 2010. So a year into it.
2010?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Here's one that's kind of funny that you actually said during the show, like during Tad Pulley feud, Scott, and I don't think anybody caught it, but you said probably.
Oh,
instead
did
of
I probably? I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
The Tim Cook, happy birthday, Tim Cook products was on the list.
Yeah.
Quinoa. I don't know if there are people who pronounce it
I
quinoa,
don't know.
but that's funny.
Quinoa.
One that bugs me all the time is when people don't say realtor because they sell real estate. They're not a realtor.
Realtor.
That sells real estate.
Yeah. Real estate.
Rendezvous. Schedule and schedule, I feel both are appropriate, but maybe not.
Yeah, it's a British American
can-
switch up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Uranus and Uranus.
Yeah.
Bless you instead of bless you.
Oh.
People say bless you.
Bless you, really?
Bless you.
Who's doing
With an
that?
H.
But no
bless,
Reese's Pieces,
bless
right.
you. All intensive purposes. That's
Yeah.
definitely one. That one, and it kind of rubs me the wrong way. There are people, it's becoming a thing now where people will say whenever when they mean when. They'll say, back whenever I was a 6-year-old, I da-da-da-da-da, instead of back when I was a 6-year-old. And it drives me nuts.
Oh, why do they add that on there? That's a weird one.
Yeah. And then just some of the other ones, Asai adaptation. I don't know, adaptation. Alderon. Somebody said, actually, you got a lot of direct attacks in this one. Almost everything Scott says, another person said, any name not of Anglo-Saxon descent that Scott tries to
Jeez
say.
Louises. You guys going to the mat there.
Anyways, with an S, asterisk, let's see, bagel or bagel. My next door neighbor says bagel. She says
Bagel.
that's the appropriate Jewy pronunciation. Yeah, creamy peen, chipotle,
Jewy?
Chuatel Elijah 4.
Did you call it the Jewy pronunciation?
What?
Did you say Jewy
That's
pronunciation?
what it sound like.
Did I
That's what
say
it
Jewy?
sound like
I thought
you
I said
did.
the Jewish pronunciation. Did I say Jewy
I thought I
pronunciation?
heard Jewy. It's fine if you
That's
did.
funny.
One you can say, one you can't. I think. I don't know. I'm just
I
saying.
don't know what you can say anymore. I liked it.
I need to go back because that does not sound like. I don't think I would say Jewy.
Words
I would
that
say Jewish.
Ibit mispronounces will be the next one we'll have to do.
Yeah, it's our next
Yeah,
contest.
exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. What do people do for definitely?
Defiantly?
That's probably just emphasis.
Definite,
I know
definitely.
people misspell definitely all the time, and that might be what what somebody meant.
Right.
Oh, deprecate, and people say depreciate when they mean deprecate, and they pin that one on jury. Dermot McRelney, Don Cheeto, both made the list.
Of course they did.
Exacerbate, frustrated. You hear a lot of frustrated.
Yeah, very frustrated.
Euro versus gyro.
Yeah, Euro is correct, right? Can we clear that up now?
Don't get the Euro discussion going.
But it is a Euro. If I buy that sandwich, I'm buying a Euro.
Yes, it is a
Euro.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
people that walk into the mall and go, let's get gyros, I'm leaving you. I'm going over to Software Etc. and leaving you.
And I look at them and go, are we going to get little bouncy, hats or something? What is the gyro?
A bouncy hat.
What is the gyro?
Let's see.
Gyroscope?
Homage or homage or homage. Juno, again, not a mispronunciation. It's a misspelling.
Yep.
Macabre or macabre.
Macabre. Yeah.
Manga versus manga. That's a good one.
And which is it? Is it manga or manga?
Manga is the correct one, I think.
Okay. I've never really known for sure.
Niche.
Oh, niche.
Niche or niche.
That's one.
Redonkulous, that's not really a thing.
No.
Again, people will misuse the word regardless and irregardless. They'll
regardless
they'll
is
throw
irregardless,
Yeah, it's not necessarily a mispronunciation. It's just you're using the wrong word.
Misuse of word.
Misuse.
Another Scott has numerous ones. Schenectady. Oh, synonym. Do people say synonym? That's a funny one.
Synonym.
Warsh.
That's probably me.
Synonym or cinnamon? Or are you talking about cinnamon? Like the
No.
Well, somebody
but
wrote it as synonym, but they spelled it with an M, so synonym. Yana, you alluded to this one. You were going to use it as a guess, I think, in talking about water, where people pronounce it water or water instead of water.
Yeah. Was that, and so that was on there that made the list, or
that was like one person said that. And Warsh. Did I say Warsh?
Warsh. I like Warsh. Warsh is good.
Wash them underwears.
Yeah, get your underwear and wash it.
Voila. Saying voila, and this is how you do it instead of voila.
Yeah, you got to put the V in.
You got to put the V sound in there.
Yeah, What are you even doing? Excellent.
That's two V's close together. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We got a winner, though.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
Brian will send you these codes, and you'll walk off happy with
and a bonus code.
And a bonus code. Oh, my
get
gosh.
This European one off our list. Claire is asking me to pronounce buoy. B-U-O-Y. Buoy.
Yeah, buoy. Some people say boy. I say buoy.
Yeah.
Booby?
Is it?
Booby?
Definitely not
no,
booby.
It's booby.
It's booby? I don't know. So, Claire, you'll have to tell us if we're getting that wrong, but buoy. Buoy.
Buoy. Yeah.
Is that not wrong?
Bowie.
It's not boy.
Like David Bowie.
She says it's boy. Whatever. The Irish are weird. They don't know what's up.
What, she's saying it's boy?
Yeah, she thinks it's B-O-Y. Boy.
Oh, you're silly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Someone else said Bowie. Yeah, it's Bowie. All right. Well, there you go. That was great. How do you feel about your big win? Are you glad that you called it this ungodly hour in the UK or wherever you're at?
I've been feeling it. It's only like 5 p.m.
Oh, 5 p.m. That's all? That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
People are just getting off work or whatever they do there. I don't know what they do there. You're all transparent. That's all I know.
Brian, next time we will win together.
Yeah.
Again.
Together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Not as clearly as we won today with he and I, but you two can do fine.
No
in the
better.
Future. No, better is what you're saying. Congratulations,
Mo
well
better.
done. Hey, Dunaway, you did great, and this is just a pleasant reminder that this weekend on Friday at 2:30 Mountain Time, we'll be sitting down to do a little play retro, you and I, and that'll be great.
Yeah, some Ultima 4, 5, and 6 Phase 2 of the Ultima series. People have been asking for it. We're bringing it.
Get your PCs, your old ass 486 DX25s out, and play some Ultima.
Get some DOS or Mac. We're going to play it. It's going to be fun.
That's right.
It's a little bit of text adventure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get into why that series is a big deal and why it's weird that there's nothing going on with it now. In my opinion, it's very weird that whole series just came to a halt. We'll talk about all that. Dunaway, kiss our butts. Bye. Okay. He has so much lag now. He can't even.
He does.
He can't react. All right. Let us move forward. Ever forward here.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Maybe a little news.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of emails. I'm fully expecting that I accidentally said Jewy when I was like, about to say Chiwetel Ejiofor, and I was reading ahead to say that.
Oh yeah, no.
There we go. Stephanie has the clip. So apparently she says I've got the Jewy clip. So apparently I say it. Oh my God.
Where's the clip?
Let's hear the clip here. I believe it.
Where is it? Where did it get posted? I don't see it.
I don't know. Where are you putting it, Steph?
Yeah, Stephanie, send me a link so I can play it audibly.
Or text me a link, Stephanie. I'll just put it in our Discord.
Yeah, either way, whatever's easy for you.
You have my text message abilities.
Oh, let's see. What is this, Claire? Oh. Claire sent something too. Hold on. What's this?
Arts. Did a Porsche throw up on you? Hey! It's Porsche!
Oh my gosh, Friends reference again. It's Porsche.
What was the... Oh, Porsche. Oh,
yeah,
funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here's the clip from Free Rangers. Let's play this one.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Pulling it up. Hit and unmute because...
Let's see, bagel or bagel. My next door neighbor says bagel. She says that's the appropriate Jewy pronunciation. That's hilarious. All right. See, so it's my neighbor really that used the phrase Jewy apparently. No, she doesn't say Jewy, and I don't say Jewy either intentionally. That was
it was just a faux pas.
Man. Yeah.
Sometimes you have them. Look, Brian's got some Jewish blood. All right.
I do. I actually I'm in my 1/32 Jewy. So
he's more Jewy than me.
Exactly. Yes.
Nicely done.
Feels like a bad time to joke about this, folks.
Yeah, it's not the best time to get into that, but hey, whatever. Let's do it. Oh, I know. We have a little bit of time for some news, so let's do it. This news is brought to you by...
Core is doing a live co-stream of BlizzCon's opening ceremonies. Catch it live Friday at noon Mountain Time at frogpants.tv.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Me, Bo, John, Friday morning-ish. Well, it'll be noon, is my understanding. You know what? While we're sitting here, just real quick, BlizzCon.
Yeah.
This is weird because they've always done 9 a.m. for their opener.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is not the case.
They're changing everything up, man.
It's weirding me out. All right, so here it is. It starts when? It doesn't say. This is not good.
And that's fully viewable by everybody. I mean, I know the core thing will be, but their opening ceremonies, you don't have to have a virtual ticket to watch, right?
No, this year, for the first time in a long time, I think, they're just streaming it. So YouTube and Twitch will have streams.
Really? The full thing or just the openings?
I think bunches of everything.
Okay, cool.
But again, it's hard to say.
Kind of like D23 did that too.
Yeah. So
they're taking some bad cues from the way D23 did a few things, but
yeah, there's some weird stuff in here. I don't know. I don't know. I have questions. I can't find the damn time. Why? Oh, here it is. Overview and schedule. Okay, November 30th. Okay, we know the days. Okay, and then here's the YouTube channels. And all the different channels, like the World of Warcraft channel will be running stuff. The Diablo channel will be running stuff. They're just going to do it via that. There it is, 11 a.m. opening ceremony. That's Pacific, so that's 12 noon here. It's weird. That's late.
Scott, I think you mean that specific time.
What do you mean?
The specific, you said that's Pacific, and I think you meant to say that's the specific time that it starts.
Did I not say? But get another clip. Did I not say specific?
I'm kidding.
Okay,
you said
good.
Pacific time, and I'm joking because it's appropriate for you to say that's Pacific time.
You got me.
Yeah.
You got me. Anyway, don't you think it's weird though? 11? That's 2 hours later than normal.
That is, yeah. I mean, they're thinking, did people complain like, I can't get up at 9 o'clock.
I'm very sleepy when I'm in Anaheim. Well, anyway, watch for that. Frogpants.tv. We'll do a co-stream. All right. Bull Semen in the news. Yep.
Wait a minute. Is that something that Colonel Potter said?
He was like, Bull Semen! And then Hawkeye would have to get in line and try to...
Klinger, get out of my office. Bull Semen!
Horse hockey,
That's right.
Mule Muffins, and Bull Semen.
Bull Semen.
I used to love Mule Muffins. That was a great one. Anyway, check this out. Artificial insemination tanks were stolen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 2 artificial insemination tanks have been stolen during a burglary in Clower County, Tyrone. I don't know where that is.
Well, the fact that they're saying it like that makes me think it's UK, Ireland.
It is a BBC article, so it probably is.
Okay, so yeah, probably.
Oh, there it is.
Tyrone.
Northern Ireland. Northern
Ireland. Claire, please help yourself. There you go. Well, I'm going to sit back for this one.
Jewy, Northy. What else we got today? Let's see. Where the hell were we here? So sometime on the 21st of October, between then and the 23rd, these tanks containing what has been described as a quote-unquote large quantity of cattle semen was stolen.
What has been described as? I mean, do they really need to qualify it? Like,
I think they should.
Well, one person might describe it as a large quantity, but I know some bulls that just say, that's a Tuesday.
That's nothing. Yeah, that's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday of semen. Anyway, let's see here. It's stored in straws in compartments inside a big cryogenic storage tank is how they keep the stuff fresh and ready to rock. Let's see here. The size of the tanks stolen is not known because the police say they and their contents were significant value. That doesn't mean anything. Were of significant value. That's why they don't know how much? That's weird.
That is weird, yeah. Because, I mean, the size of the tanks... Yeah, how do they not know how big these tanks were?
I don't get it. I don't get
it. Just run down to the Walmart, pick up some tanks. I don't care how big they are. We're just going to fill them with bull semen.
Yeah.
How much? I don't know. However much they fill.
It's like saying pick up ice at the gas station. Well, how much ice? I don't know. What do they have, like a bag? Like, come on.
Whatever that bag is, yeah.
Yeah, lame. Cattle semen can be expensive depending on the quality of the bull.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Semen from prize-winning animals can command a very high price. The theft has surprised those in agriculture. Tools and quad bikes, even animals, are more easily stolen and sold on. That's a weird way of writing that, but okay. Ireland, you do you. Ireland. It's fine. Semen storage is a specialized industry, and as one farmer put it to the person who wrote the article, quote, "You don't mess around with liquid nitrogen."
That's true. Yeah.
And bull semen. It's used for cryogenic storage, essentially freezing something to preserve it. Boy, this article really wants to learn something.
Totally, yes. And I like how every line is a sentence. Like, full stop. Carriage return, carriage return. Next line.
Yeah. Oh, they're very serious about the way they write.
Yes.
You know, it makes me wonder, though. Where does this semen turn up? You know? It seems easy to track, because if suddenly there's a bull market on eBay for vials of bull semen...
I mean, there's the bull market, there's the bear market. I think you basically just show up at a stock show with a trench coat and you go, "Want to buy some bull semen?" You're like,
you got little cryogenic tubes on your
exactly like cryogenic steam rising from you. Hey, got some
gross. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how you do this. Like, and wouldn't it end up in the same markets, like the same cattle ranchers? Or whoever's getting the semen to produce more cows.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they get it and then this just seems like an easy crime to solve, because it's not like it's just going to disappear.
I mean, because it could just be someone who's like got a large collection of cattle and just wants to use, very high quality semen to impregnate them, I guess.
That's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, good luck, Northern Ireland. It's not like you guys have ever had historical issues. Lean into this one, okay? Let it ride. Let it go.
I mean, we're in that glass house called America, Scott. I don't think we can. I don't think we can throw too many rocks.
No, but I gotta poke at Claire somehow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We have a rule around here.
Poke at the silly way that she pronounces buoy.
Yeah.
Ah!
Buoy.
By the way, apparently that is a UK thing. So Zoe confirmed that it's pronounced boy in the UK. So
okay,
she and Claire can pronounce it that way. We have not, Licky Phil didn't chime in on that one. Licky Phil, buoy or boy?
And when you guys talk about Baba Buoy, do you say Baba Boy? What
Baba
do you do?
Boy, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
From Raxa in our chat room or in our Discord, sent this article in.
Okay.
The inaugural Florida Man Games are seeking contestants. Boy, I wish I lived in Florida.
This sounds fantastic.
Doesn't it, though?
This feels like something that needs to be televised in a 23-part series.
Yeah, make sure they film this. That's all I'm asking. It says here, whether it's riding a human-sized hamster wheel across the Atlantic Ocean or wielding a machete, whatever Randy says, it's fine. In a road rage accident, the notorious Florida man always seems to be making headlines for another truth is stranger than fiction kind of story. Next year, Florida-style competition aims to give Sunshine State residents a chance to compete in tests of beer belly sumo wrestling, evading the police and knocking each other into the mud with pool noodles. Those are just some of the expected events. The Florida Man Games are coming to St. Augustine for the first time on February 24th. The event was dreamt up by Pete Melfi, a St. Augustine native who owns the 904 Now, a media outlet covering St. Johns County. He said he envisioned a 0.5K beer run of sorts before expanding his vision to a broader contest. He says this: how can we really play on these Florida men headlines that we hear so much about? Somebody gave me the idea to make it into an athletic competition, he said. It's going to be a wild day of mud games and Florida-style obstacle courses. It's going to be a real opportunity. Yeehaw! I don't know. I'd go to that. That sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm not going to compete. I'm not a Floridian, but if I was...
I feel like we need to reschedule TMS Vegas and have it in Florida in February instead so that we can do a live report from there.
At the very least, can we get we know we have listeners in that part of Florida. Can you guys... We need somebody on the ground.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Somebody our man on the ground, or woman. We don't care.
Right.
We'll take it. Florida woman, it's fine.
Florida woman.
That is going to do it for today's news. We gave you the really important headlines before our break. So now that we're going to take our break, we're going to think long and hard about what we've done, and know that after the end of this song, we're going to have Tom Merritt here, and then we're going to have Reccamentals. Right. It's going to be great. So sit still and relax.
Tom is coming to class up the joint.
Yeah.
All right, this is a band called Cult of Venus. This is Line of Best Fit calls them one of the most intriguing outfits of this year. This is a New York City artist who goes by the name, it's one woman named Cult of Venus. She shares her newest single, Time Capsule, a revolution-minded reflection on the inescapable cycles of violence and the dimming horizons of peace. I don't know about any of that, but I do think it's a great song. Brand new single, I don't know, let's see, this was mixed by Jeff Swan, who works with Grimes, Charlie XCX, and Caroline Polachek. It's a really, really good song, and you're going to hear it right now. Here is Cult of Venus and Time Capsule.
Once there was a girl named Jenny. She was like all the other girls, except for one thing. She always wore a green ribbon.
Now, you see, I do love a walnut.
Hello, I muted. And we're back, everybody. That was who again?
That is Cult of Venus and their song Time Capsule.
Nice. The Cult of Venus.
Yes.
I'm your Venus.
That's the one.
Drink the Kool-Aid. We're a cult. Like that?
Yeah, sure. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, who did that song? Who was the original artist of that song?
Oh, I have no idea.
Don't say Bananarama. Don't say Bananarama.
Well, Bananarama's the only one I know. Let me think. Let me just guess. Who would have done something like that? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Some 60s band. Who is
Shocking
it?
Blue.
Shocking. Who do we know them from?
We don't know them from. We know them from the song Venus.
Shocking Blue, Dutch rock
Shocking
band.
Blue.
Okay.
Dutch. Oh, I didn't know they were Dutch.
That's what it says here on their website.
A lot of interesting Dutch bands. You know, Golden Earring was Dutch. The band that did Radar Love and Twilight Zone. Radar Love.
Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah.
Once again, another one I've heard more covers of than the original, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have.
Maybe not. Is that the only thing there is of that song?
I feel like I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are covers of Radar Love, but I think the only one the only version that you've likely heard. Oh, maybe there might be a metal version of it. Now that I say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I swear I've heard something, but what do I know? I don't know things about music. Brian knows all this cover shit. That's what he knows. All right.
That's right.
We're gonna get our info from him.
Yeah, White Lion does a cover of.
Oh my gosh, really?
Radar Love. That might be the other one you've heard.
That might have been what I heard. Well, I also heard this.
Kind of in a tough spot here, Tom. Sorry.
Tom Merritt, everybody. He is here with us today wearing a Star Wars shirt. Oh, yeah. I like
Sweet.
It. Yeah, look at this.
No, it's not a Star Wars shirt, Scott.
Oh,
it's
it says
Star
Trek.
Trek
It's
shirt.
one of those tricky ones where the font
One of
threw
my
me.
favorites. Yeah.
This is the one that just irritates probably both sides, right?
It's actually not that comfortable, but I can't get rid of it.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic shirt. I wouldn't get rid of it either.
Yeah, no, that's great. All I can see is Star, so that really threw me.
Yeah, no, hundreds of times in my life I've seen people go, what? Like,
there's a real.
I wore it to Force Awakens premiere night.
Oh, very nice.
Did you really?
That's great.
Nice.
It's got a real what's the word? There's a word for this where fonts in our brains. It's trolly, yes, but there's a reason why. There's some kind of thing in our heads that makes us do this. Like when you see the color, or you see the word red, but it's in the color green.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I can't. I don't know the word for that.
I don't know it either.
I know what you're talking about though.
Well, aside from that unknown science aspect, we're now going to move on to some tech talk. Hey, Tom Merritt. Oh, you're going to BlizzCon this weekend.
That's right.
I am.
Yeah.
You're like the only friend of mine going. Seems like this year. It's weird.
I'm going to be very curious what the vibe is going to be like there, especially because I'm only going Saturday. I'm not going Friday, so I'll only get a half look at it.
Sure.
The number of panels and events is extremely pared down compared to what I remember 2019 and before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be curious.
It'll be interesting.
There's no us sitting there playing or watching not Overwatch, Hearthstone.
Yeah.
They don't
it's
have
the Overwatch World Cup.
They are doing that. That's right. Yeah, but they're not. But unlike previous years, it's every year that I've ever been since 2011, and I went that year with you again, Tom. I think Brian was there too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That was the first year you guys did your ice cream social, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
it was Nicole and Mark and Tom and Tristan and me.
Yeah, that's a grand tradition. But it's always been halls full of esports 24/7, just constantly. That's what you had available to you.
Yeah.
And it looks like this year it's none of that besides the one thing they're doing for Overwatch, which is tied to why you're going, because you're going to go see this K-pop group called
Blackpink.
La Seraphim. Seraphim.
Yes. Nailed it.
Good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Yeah. So, are you? I guess you're looking forward to it. Obviously, you're going.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. It's sort of a negotiation of how much in advance of La Seraphim's performance we want to be there, because I would like to get a look at the show floor, and walk around a little bit, but also don't want to just be sitting there because I'm not sure what the lines will be like or how interesting the things they'll have to show will be.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't play the way I used to, and my wife and I are going to see La Seraphim.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the main reason we're going.
Yeah. Well, you'll hear more about this because Tom and I are going to have a chat after DTNS today and do a little pre-recorded thing for Core where I ask Tom questions about this K-pop group and how it might be tied to Overwatch 2, the world's premier free-to-play team-based shooter that also people are mad at right now. So there'll be a fun combination.
Oh no, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll see how that goes. Anyway, watch Core's Thursday night episode for that. Tom, let's get into the tech of the day. What is going on right now?
Yeah, so speaking of people being mad at something on the internet, YouTube has rolled out its ad blocker fighting. I don't know like an easy way to say. Like YouTube is combating ad blocking with pop-ups when it detects an ad blocker that say, "Hey, we see you're doing an ad blocker. Could you turn that off for YouTube?" They actually don't tell you to turn the ad blocker off in the pop-up. They're like, "Could you just turn that off for us? Thanks." Second, you could just pay for YouTube Premium. That's your other option, and then we'll stop blocking you if you pay for YouTube Premium because there's no ads there anyway. So it's actually a fairly reasonable way to go about it. You're not saying turn off your ad blocker. You're saying just give us an exemption, which is fairly typical in other things that I've seen from places like Wired, et cetera. And it's also giving you an option to be like, hey, if you don't want ads, you can pay for it. But I posit, I've got my Substack newsletter coming out in a little bit. I posit that this isn't really about paying or ads. It's about change. People just don't like the friction of having to do something. They're like, I've been running this ad blocker forever. I've been watching YouTube forever. It's fine. It works. I don't want to change it. Because most people turn on ad blockers not because they're cheap, but because ads make a lot of websites almost unusable. And so, you know, that the ad blocker goes on to make the web usable again. And then when somebody like YouTube comes along and tries this, it's just annoying, right? You may even rationally understand, like, yes, paying them whatever, $10 a month is worth it, but you're so upset by the friction that it caused and the change that it caused, and we all have too many things to do, and now we got to deal with one more thing that I think it makes people upset.
Yeah, I also think there's a little bit of angling on the price value proposition, because basically if you had an ad blocker prior to this, you were getting one of the features of YouTube Premium, and that being no ads. And that price used to be, I think it initially was $9.99. It included YouTube Music was rolled into it. It was pretty good value, really good value actually, for quite a bit of time.
Offline downloads, background play, stuff like that.
All that stuff. It was a really good value at that price. Well, that thing has now creeped itself up to, I think, 16 is the current running deal here in the States anyway. And you're starting to see that moment of like, well, I don't think I want to pay that. I'll just use an ad blocker. And maybe that's why they're just trying to hedge that a little bit, you know? They're like, well, if we put up a warning thing, that'll get some people to burr, burr, burr. I don't know. It's such a tightrope to walk. And when you've gone this long without bothering with blockers or reacting to blockers, and then suddenly you do it, people aren't going to be happy about it.
Yeah, I think the people who go so far as to look it up and see the prices probably do run into a little like, ooh, that's more expensive than I remember. I just don't think most people are even getting there. Most people who go to I actually think most people who go to the web and complain about this then go back and pay.
Yeah.
Because even at 16 or whatever, I'm trying to get the actual price so that we can have it regularly.
Yeah.
But yeah, 14 a month.
Okay.
Even at 14 a month, I think a lot of people are like, yeah, but I use YouTube a lot. And I really would like, okay, fine, I'll pay for it. And it is a pretty good price when you consider that you're getting YouTube Music if you wanted to use YouTube Music. But a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't care about that. I have Spotify. I don't need YouTube Music.
Right.
So,
yeah. That's the other thing.
Not a value add in that sense.
For me, it was a huge ad because of a few factors. One was I got YouTube Music, which made me switch to that and that alone. I quit using, I had Spotify for a while, had Apple Music for a while. I really like YouTube Music. And the fact that I get no ads and all these other benefits, like it's one of my favorite subscriptions for YouTube Premium. But I get how a lot of people, I think, just see YouTube as almost like a public utility, right? It just exists. It's where all the video is. If you forgot the jingle from a commercial in the 50s, you're likely to find it on YouTube if you want to go search. Like it's almost like its own search engine and its own sets of results. And it's so infinitely deep that it's not surprising to me that people maybe are feeling a weird pinch from this, because in their minds this should just be a free thing they always get and never not have to pay for it. In this case, not block ads from. So I don't know. They're probably gonna get a little pushback from it, but
they are. Yeah,
already are.
And I think I don't know about folks in the audience, but we have started using YouTube a lot more in our evening TV watching. Like it is. And granted, we're not running an ad blocker on our Apple TV or our Roku, but yeah, it is starting to creep into other parts of TV watching, and because you can add YouTube TV to it, and you can add NFL Sunday Ticket to it, it really is starting to become TV more and more for a lot of people, which I think is going to be an issue. The other reason people are getting upset is they don't have a choice.
Right.
You can't say, well, YouTube's doing this ad blocker thing that's annoying. I'm just going to switch to the competition, because there really isn't competition for everything YouTube does. There's competitions for pieces of it, but not everything.
Yeah, that's true. That doesn't get them in any kind of weird trouble. Like, do we eventually get to a place where there's anti-competitive charges brought against them by various regulatory
is
committees.
Lena Khan at the FTC taking notes right now on this
because I mean, if it becomes
probably.
dominant enough,
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Right now, there's enough competition in the streaming space, considering Netflix and things like Sling TV and Hulu Live, that I don't think you could make a big case yet. But sure, on the horizon, I think that, barring a change in circumstances, which can always happen, that's kind of where things are headed, I think.
Yeah, it depends on what starts to get valued more. Like if suddenly the world starts valuing getting, videos of people getting kicked in the nuts, then YouTube has a monopoly. We got to spread that out some.
Then we end up in trouble.
Well,
yes.
I think that's the thing people miss sometimes about YouTube is they think, oh yeah, it's the place to watch the funny cat video, which it still is, 1000%.
Yeah.
But you can also add Paramount Plus to it. You can also add football to it. You can also I've watched whole shows from overseas markets legitimately, not pirated, where the channel is like, oh, for the international market, we'll put this on YouTube. So it has got high quality content. I don't know. Look next time you watch a video on an app or on a website. 50% of the time, you'll probably run into the fact that that's a YouTube video they're embedding. Companies use it as their video server. So, yeah, it's creeping in there without people noticing.
Yeah, it's like this BlizzCon thing. They used to do the big deal at DirecTV, and you had to buy a package and everything.
Yeah.
And this year, it's YouTube and Twitch and all of the individual channels. They're literally using that as their infrastructure to do it, not something internally. So, yeah. I don't know. Be fun to watch how it goes, but I don't know if I made this clear, but I just think YouTube Premium is a really awesome value if you really like all the stuff YouTube has, and it does. That's kind of it.
I agree. I am upset by the ad blocker thing myself, just like everybody else. Every time I've seen it done by other companies, usually they just end up going with a paywall. Like Reuters, Wired, Bloomberg, etc. They try the ad blocker thing for a while and then they just give up and they do a paywall. I don't think YouTube's going to do a paywall. So I think we're stuck with them doing these annoying ad block things, which is unfortunate because it's an imprecise science. And there are times when you're running legitimate security stuff that isn't trying to block ads that can trigger these ad blockers. Yeah. And yeah, that's a very small amount of people, but that's annoying too. It would be better if this just worked and it was a very clear, look, if you want to watch it free, you got to pay for the ads. But there is some fuzzy stuff around the edges of this.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of fuzzy edges, terrible transition. Sorry, that's not good.
Yeah, it's my beard.
Let's swing over to what's going on with you. Anything else going on in the world of DTNS or otherwise you'd like to mention to the fine folks?
Yeah, well, we've got Scott on the show today. We'll probably be talking about this YouTube stuff more if you want to hear more conversation about that. And of course, I'm going to be on Core with that thing we're recording later. But I mentioned my technology newsletter. It's available at freetomnewsletter.com, which I feel is kind of a cheat. So I hate using that URL because it's only free once a week. And I haven't been putting everything out for free. But if you do think it's valuable, I've got a paywall. I'm not doing an ad blocker though. If you do think it's valuable to get my insights, like Daily Tech News Show is for the round table where I play more of the role of moderator, devil's advocate, etc. If you want to find out what exactly is in my head, that's what I'm doing on my Substack. So go check that out at techtom.substack.com.
That's a great idea, everyone. Do what he said and do it now. Tom Merritt, everybody. We'll see you a little bit later on the show. Bye now.
Bye.
Okay. We did it.
Some people have said, Scott, why not Spotify? Why not Apple Music? Why YouTube Music? And my answer is simple. I get all the same music, like all the new releases, albums, artists, back catalogs, all that stuff is on there. It's a really good app, too. I like the iOS app a lot. But the main reason that I did it is partly because it's a combined, you're paying for YouTube Premium, and it just comes with that with the music. But the music app lets me play weird shit you can't get anywhere. For example, let's say you just want a 10-hour loop of Halo's intro. It's on there as music. Like the same weird videos you can get them as music as well.
Sure.
And so some of that ambient stuff, like weird techno that nobody publishes anywhere but YouTube or whatever, remixes, that kind of stuff, it all ends up on that app. I think it's great.
Cool.
Let's call the Reccamentals crew. At the very least, let's add them to this call. You know what I mean? like a proper show would do. If I can find everybody, there we go. Okay, we're bringing them in. We're warming up the old microphones. We got this thing to play for them.
Well, what do you recommend?
Oh, let's recommend something cool like some movies or streaming television, whatever it may be, here on our Reccamentals segment. Welcome to the show, Nicole Spag. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. And Randy Jordan, of course. Hello, Randy.
Good morning stream. My gosh, I was lagging far behind. I was like a minute behind.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
When you called, and then I heard what current is. Whoa, hey,
yeah, hello.
we're going.
Yeah, you got a busy week ahead of you. I'm really glad that you were able to take some time out and hang out with us today.
Yeah, Shoujo and husband are already in town.
Cool. Nice.
This evening, all kinds of people getting in tonight and tomorrow. Just gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, then I take it back. I was trying to think who else besides Tom I knew going this year, and I forgot. I forgot Sarah would go, but of course she would go. Sarah's never nervous.
You're giving me FOMO.
I know.
She's our like among our friends. She's our like TikTok WoW influencer.
That's
she's
right.
She's the person on TikTok that's pushing WoW the hardest.
Her TikTok is it's a delight. It's wonderful. People should follow it.
It's because Sarah is so expressive. She's got this acting ability that I think was probably untapped. She should have spent some time in Hollywood.
Yeah, she's really great. I'll miss seeing them. Well, let's get to it. We got Reccamentals to do, and this is stuff on streaming services that we all like or enjoy. We're going to start with Brian and one of his clips. Brian, what do you got here?
Yeah, mine is a newish series on Netflix, and in this clip, you're going to hear a couple of London police officers chatting.
All right, here we go.
This has to be off the record, okay?
This doesn't feel off the record.
Look, I've got enough baggage on my case. I don't need more. And if one word of this gets written down officially, anyone I've ever sent down, ever, gets released because I'm headed straight for the funny farm. It's a risk.
This is a safe space, Hassan. Just two off-duty coppers chewing cud. Shoot.
This is the John Doe on Long Harvest Lane. And this is a front-page scoop accusing us lot of the cover-up of a murder on Long Harvest Lane in 1890. Same tattoo on both wrists that we also found on the brick.
But it's a wind-up.
This body, like the marking, was discovered 1 mile away from Long Harvest Lane in 1941.
Holy shit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this is the show called Bodies. It's a miniseries about it's a crime thriller about a body that turns up in exactly the same place in 1941, 2023, and 1890. And also 2053. You find that out a little bit later in the first episode. But the same body with the same markings, the same tattoo, the same method of death turns up in all 4 locations, and the rest of the series is them trying to figure out why, and also how you find out that this has been reported before. This is actually... Yeah, this is based on a DC Vertigo graphic novel.
Oh.
I had no idea after watching this. It wasn't until the last episode's closing credits that I saw, based on blah, 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 DC Vertigo. I'm like, really? Oh, that's kind of cool. 8 episodes, really, really good thriller, really good acting. There might be some time travel involved. And,
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, and... like I said, I've said this a million times. I'm fully committed to the fact that my method of my theory on time travel, while it eliminates the grandfather paradox, becomes the most boring trope in movies if you execute it that way. Yeah. So I've relaxed in the fact that, all right, yeah, that gun just is going to mysteriously still be brought to the cornfield in Looper, and it's fine. It still bothers me, but it's fine.
So when I first saw the poster for this, I thought it was the time period piece, not because there's a bunch of people in like old ass clothes and whatever. But you're saying
technically it's 3 period pieces.
Yeah,
it's a future period piece, and then an 1890 period piece, and then a 1941 period piece.
Yeah.
It does get resolved. Like they wrote this in a way that locks it down for a single season, a single limited series. I mean, it's even called a limited series. It's not called a season 1 of anything. It wraps in the 8th episode, and
but it's got time travel in it, so that doesn't mean much, right? Because like even if you kill off every character, you can always just go back in time and change
and say,
that
they figured it out in one of the loops, and they changed it. The thing that it reminded me of the most was a show that I want to say was German called Dark, that was on Netflix, or is on Netflix.
Yeah, Dark's cool.
Very similar in its style and execution, but obviously not going to give any spoilers about that. Stephanie asks, is it scary? Is it bloody? Are there nudes? Is it disturbing? No, yes, no.
It looks really gory.
Oh no, it's actually not that gory, but there are nudes, and it's I'm trying to think. It's the body that gets discovered is a nude male, and so there's a point where you do see some ween, some man wiener.
Sure.
I'm trying to think if there's any other nudity in there. It
says here it's rated TVMA for violence and gore.
Oh really?
Wow.
Violent maybe, but I didn't think it was that gory. Yeah.
Interesting. So this is you said the DC Vertigo comic. How old is that comic? Is this a long time ago?
That I don't know. Let me see. DC Vertigo comic with the same name. Usually
2015.
2015. Thank you. I was going to say usually the
old.
Wikipedia article links to an article about the original thing, but in this case it didn't. So
well, it's interesting because Gizmodo says the biggest show on Netflix right now, Bodies, is based on a comic you can't buy anymore, which that sounds lame.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, usually you want to have this stuff available because you make a lot of side selling, and people go, "Oh, it's based on a comic
re-release."
Yeah, interesting.
Wraith 86 says maybe Brian is numb to gore. I mean, it's possible, but I'm remembering like key points of the story, and the person, the body when they get killed, there's a little bit of gore there, but that's kind of it. It's not that gory. It's maybe more violent, but
you think Tipper is numb to gore? Probably Tipper Gore is numb to gore.
Yeah, Tipper Gore is not. No Al, no Tipper.
Nope.
No, I mean, I feel like I'm still a point where I can recognize and I'm repulsed by excessive gore. Thank you very much, Stephanie and the Wraith. But I really enjoy this. I'm trying to think if there's anybody in here that you've seen before. The only person really is Greta Scacchi Scacchi. And she was in The Player, and she was in that thriller with Tom Berenger in the 90s that was really good called Shattered, where someone has reconstructive surgery, and yeah,
that was good.
That was really good, and it's a forgotten 90s thriller.
Yeah,
but she's been in a lot of stuff that we've seen here in America, but everybody else lesser known here in the States. But
sounds good. Everyone I've talked to has loved it. You're like the fourth person I trust with reviews who said that it was good. Seems like my jam.
It's very compelling. Yeah,
I bet Kim would love it. She loves British stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Good recommendation.
Yeah.
Check
so
it
there
out.
You go. Bodies on Netflix. 8 episodes, about an hour long each.
Nicole, from you today, we have...
You want to do Randy next since he has a hard
you
start?
have it out, don't you,
What
Randy?
are you scared of?
Yeah, let's do that. Whoops, I started playing your thing by accident. Randy, let's throw it over to you. You have a hard out that we all don't have. So explain to us what we have here with this clip.
So I heard that you're bringing one of the greatest films of all time, and I decided I'll do that too. I'll try to find a top 50 film to rewatch that's, and I did. And I rewatched it, and it's awesome. And this is a movie, it's a 25-year-old movie, and it's about a series of confrontations, which doesn't make it unique, but what makes it one of the best films of all time is that the confrontations serve a purpose, And that purpose is the examination of intellect and love, and how intellect can be love's biggest disruptor. Go ahead.
Man, here it is then.
What aren't you scared of? You live in this safe little world where no one challenges you, and you're scared shitless to do anything else.
Don't tell me about my world. Don't tell me about my world. I mean, you just want to have your little fling with, like, the guy from the other side of town. Then you're going to go off to Stanford. You're going to marry some rich prick who your parents will approve of, and just sit around with the other trust fund babies and talk about how you went slumming too once.
Why are you saying this? What is your obsession with this money? My father died when I was 13, and I inherited this money. You don't think every day I wake up and I wish that I could give it back, that I would give it back in a second if it meant I could have one more day with him. But I can't, and that's my life, and I deal with it. So don't put your shit on me when you're the one that's afraid.
Ooh, you and I share an actor today. We have an actor in common.
And this is and
no
there's
kidding.
this film is a series of confrontations, but there's three big ones, and this is of the three big ones the one I think people forget about. And this is Goodwill Hunting, and almost every confrontation in the film is between Matthew Damon's character, the main character, Will Hunting, and someone else who is trying to love him in a particular way.
Never heard him called Matthew Damon before. I just wanted
like
to,
that. I like that.
Yes, I like Matthew Damon.
Young Matthew Damon in his he wrote the screenplay with Affleck.
Benjamin
right?
Affleck.
Benjamin Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck in recent times has kind of talked about it as though he wrote the script and then Damon made some some additions, some edits. But it was like Affleck's idea or something like that. And of course, originally Affleck was thinking about himself as the main character, and realized that he needed the main character to be the prettiest person, also, like to be much more handsome than he was. And so like
great.
That's it. And Matt Damon also like crushes it in this movie. Like he is perfect for this.
Didn't he get an Oscar nomination? He didn't win, but a nomination, didn't he? I think he did.
several nominations.
Yeah. I mean, there were a bunch of Oscars. I just can't remember. I know Robin Williams did, but I don't remember if Damon was nominated and won or just was nominated. I don't remember.
If you haven't thought about this movie in a while, what might surprise you is that it was made by Gus Van Sant, and that was the big compromise. The studio didn't want just anyone directing this film because they didn't know Ben Affleck and Matt Damon from A Hole in the Wall. So they were Gus Van Sant was kind of forced on them. And of course, I mean, Van Sant went on to make, Last Milk and so on. Like he's, absolutely a stellar director. And it's got a music by Danny Elfman. Did you remember that? It's awesome.
No, don't remember that at all.
I was about the time he started branching out and doing more than just your Tim Burtons and stuff. He started doing regular things.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
And that's some of my favorite stuff it has. He's his like straight, not straight, but his non.
I mean,
Batman.
his non quirky stuff is excellent too. I don't know.
Really good.
My favorite stuff is always the quirky Tim Burton-y kind of stuff. But
yeah,
and of course the reason to watch this is of course because you miss Robin Williams. Robin Williams is the pinch hitter character in this movie, the one who comes out from the side and has this massive impact on what all the characters are doing. Like I say, it's a series of confrontations though, and it all started with Ben Affleck writing this confrontation between his character and Matt Damon's character, where he's had enough. And so there, you might remember the confrontation scene between Robin Williams and Matt Damon, or between Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. But I wanted to remind you of this one with Minnie Driver because it is awesome. There's this whole plot in this movie where Minnie Driver and Matt Damon are trying to love each other, and like I said, intellect can be a real contrary force to loving each other. And Stellan Skarsgård plays the mentor, and he has a confrontation with Matt Damon. It's just it's a pretty intense movie.
I love him.
I kind of miss Minnie Driver. I mean, I know she's been doing stuff, but it's been less. Like at that time in the mid '90s, she was in everything: Gross Point Blank, Goodwill Hunting, Hard Rain. She was in Goldeneye. I'd completely forgotten about that. But She started moving more towards the indie stuff, and I just miss seeing her in the big budget stuff as well.
Yeah.
Did you watch Starstruck on HBO that I recommended? She plays the agent to the famous actor in that show.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
2021. Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've talked about her TV show The Riches before with Eddie Izzard. Just a awesome little 2 seasons of dramedy back when there were all of these shows like that. What was the one about the drug dealer in the suburbs of LA?
Gross Point Blank?
I don't know. TV series about a mom who started dealing weeds.
Weeds.
Yes.
Yeah, weeds. Yeah, just had to get to the word weed, and then you were good. You were all set.
Yeah. I think Nicole needs to watch Gross Point Blank again, by the
way. What is that movie about? Weird.
But she was also in a show where she had a disabled son.
Yeah, Speechless, a few years
Speechless,
ago. Yeah,
yes.
ABC show where she's the mom of a boy who's deaf mute, I believe.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that show.
Mm-hmm.
It went to.
Oh no, he was. That's right. He was cerebral palsy. That's correction.
She has. She'll always be Jane from the animated Tarzan for me. I'm just putting it out there. I liked her in that.
Oh, really? I forgot that she did that.
But these it was all right in a row. Like there was that, then the next one, Gross Point Blank happened in 97, then 98, this movie, and she was having a real moment in the late 90s. Anyway, I love everything you've said, but I'm going to admit to the world here, I've never seen Good Will Hunting. I don't know why.
Oh my God.
Just haven't.
Wow.
I was just about to say, if you love movies at all, you've probably seen it, but you need to revisit it because it holds up so strong. Every little scene in this film is still so intense,
Yeah.
It doesn't include anything that's passe.
How you like them apples?
Yeah.
Well, and that's a thing. You might remember that the film has a lot of Ben Affleck and his real life brother Casey Affleck, and these they're kind of an unintelligent gang.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's it holds up. It wasn't. I was ready to cringe, but no. It holds up really, really well. These guys who are day laborers and won't ever do any better in life.
Yeah.
It's portrayed really subtly, and it's nice.
Nice. All right, check it out.
And it's on Max, you said?
Yes.
All right, Max doing the movie thing good over there at Max these days. Say what you want about all the changes at Max. Their movie selection has been pretty top tier.
Oh, it's top notch, yeah.
All right, let's throw it over to Nicole now. Nicole, you watched a documentary of sorts. Anything you want to say before I play this?
Did.
Yeah.
So I found this group when my kids were young. And so I really enjoyed watching the documentary because I got to see kind of how it all started, kind of how forward thinking they were when they approached their music. And it was just a really nice story. There are some dark moments to it, which is kind of what? But, people are people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I cried. Of course I cried because I always do. So it especially if you've had young kids, you can see the impact that this band has had in so many people's lives. It was just a joy to watch.
All right. Well, let's check out the clip. Here you go.
Oh, well, we haven't seen the doco yet, so we're not sure.
I'm guessing the whole thing is going to be amazing. What we've heard has been really amazing stuff.
The Wiggles have typically been depicted on television, and now you are depicted in a documentary form. What do you think it is that Sally captured cinematically about you best in this film?
I think, so last year we did a reunion tour where we played for young adults, and they came out and filmed that, and some of that is just, cinematically is quite stunning, I think. They're kind of backstage with us, and then we come out and the crowd and just the reaction, so I found that really affecting.
Oh, the Australians. They're all over this thing.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't send you a clip. I actually found one and I forgot to send it to you. So thanks for grabbing that.
No worries.
So this is called Hot Potato, the story of the Wiggles. Oh. And they are a band. I just, like I said, I I guess the generation that I experienced was the second phase of Wiggles, and I like them the most because that's when my kids were small. But they've had a lot of ups and downs and a lot of health problems. And this is kind of the documentary that shows how they formed. It was 3 preschool teachers. They were all educated in childhood education, and their friend Jeff.
I love it. What was Jeff up to?
So the clip that I was gonna send you is them talking about how Jeff really didn't know how to talk to kids.
Oh, geez.
And he would say inappropriate things. And it was so funny because the thing with Jeff is they made him always sleeping. So he never really had to talk.
Weird.
That's great.
But there's a whole song called Wake Up Jeff. And it stems from him not having the background of childhood education. They just kind of made him the guy that would sleep, that wouldn't really talk.
That's great.
But you have Murray, who and when they first started out, they didn't really have a plan. They enjoyed performing for kids. They liked rock and roll music. A number of the members were in a rock and roll band called the Roaches, an Australian band.
Yeah.
And what happened is one of the members, their daughter, I believe it is, died of SIDS.
Ooh.
And so the band broke up, and some of the members formed the Wiggles. And then that member that lost his daughter became their manager. Like, you get to see kind of the evolution of it, and you kind of dive into. So the original Wiggles, Jeff, Anthony, Murray, and the yellow Wiggle. I always forget his name.
They all look like ancillary Star Trek characters. So I always think the red guy's going to die first.
I worry every time I watch that for the red shirt.
Yeah.
But you get into the reason why I have trouble with the yellow Wiggle is because so I didn't know at the time. I thought he had. Oh, sorry, my headphone just dropped out.
You're good.
There was a lot of rumors into why the yellow Wiggle left, and I thought it was cancer, but because I watched the documentary, it wasn't. It was something else that he was having. No, it's almost like POTS. Have you ever heard of POTS?
POTS? No.
So it's when you're sitting down or laying down and you stand up and then you pass out.
Okay.
So his
like a blood pressure drop.
Pressure drop kind of thing. And so he actually had to leave the Wiggles for a period of time, for about 5 years, until he kind of figured out his diagnosis. And they replaced him with another yellow Wiggle, and he did a period of singing. And then Jeff came back, or not Jeff, but the other one, the original
like
yellow.
The Peter Criss of the Wiggles, basically.
And then they kicked him out. And so there's if you watch the documentary, they're so nice, but you can tell that there's more to the story. And they're just trying to be polite. Yeah. And it's a little uncomfortable to watch because you're like, oh, I feel bad for the replacement yellow Wiggle. And it's a whole thing. And then you get into the phase where I found the Wiggles, which was when 3 of the original Wiggles decided to retire, except for Anthony. And Anthony shares his story of depression and mental health and so then you bring in the new wave of Wiggles with Anthony, including the first female Wiggle, and then you kind of see the kind of hate that she got. It's really interesting to watch and to see how much they hated her as a Wiggle. But I love her. She was Emma. Oh, she's just so wonderful.
So I didn't discover. I mean, I knew about the Wiggles. I discovered them more through covers because they were always on the Andrew Denton breakfast show in Australia. They did a cover of "Walk on the Wild Side," which is not a family friendly song.
And they did They actually talk about the cover they did of Elephant.
AC/DC? Oh, the Elephant.
No,
Okay.
Elephant. And apparently in Australia, like there's this top 100, and I won't give it away, but they did this cover and it was a big deal. And
it was
so
just
you
recently,
get
like 2021,
Yes.
2022 that they did that. Yes.
Exactly. So they've been doing some really kind of cool covers. And throughout the whole documentary, they have this sold out arena. I mean, it's a massive arena and it's all adults that have grown up with them and shared and that's when I cried, because they kind of highlight certain members in the audience, and it's just heartwarming. And
Those things started in what, like 93? Their group?
90, it was like 92, something like that.
Yeah, that's a long run, man.
I'm hanging on your every word where you say like it's heartwarming that these guys are like together or something. Because I just discovered the Wiggles about 9 minutes ago, and I have been every picture that Scott puts up and everything you're saying, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like there's a show you're recommending, and it's because I'm used to Scott's recommendation.
Yeah, you're used to my dark documentaries. Yeah.
And then
something went real bad.
As far as like the darkness of it, it's just life, it's heart issues and the yellow wiggle almost dying on stage and how his friends come together, and it's like,
why didn't people like the girl? What's wrong? It's just because she's a girl? Is that the problem?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Ghostbusters, the Ocean's 8 kind of thing, where it's like, oh, they have to cater.
That's lame.
The album they came out with last year called Rewiggled, I forgot that they did a cover of Fatboy Slim's "Praise You," where
I gotta find this.
Maybe it's the Red Wiggle does the whole audio thing where he goes, "Praise you like I should."
Red Wiggle, that is if it's the newer Wiggle, it's Simon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Simon. So again, the second phase of Wiggles was Simon, Lockie, and Emma, with the original Wiggle, Anthony.
Yeah.
Like this whole now, and there's even a new phase because Emma retired, Lockie and Simon stayed, Anthony stayed, but then they added on new Wiggles, including Anthony's daughter, and she's now a Wiggle, and it's just.
Do they have to add new shirt colors, like they had to invent new creatures for Kiss to be when they brought in new?
I think they just have because Anthony's daughter is also blue, and Anthony is the blue Wiggle.
Gotcha.
So you got purple, red, yellow.
Okay.
Was it a fox they brought in for the cat?
Yeah, they brought in a fox. Exactly, Eric.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. That was a rough time for Kiss.
Yes,
you're making it worse. I'm just like,
making it worse.
Are they talking about something real right now? Are you making it worse?
Listen,
can I just tell you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Even though my kids are grown,
Yeah.
we still watch the Halloween Wiggles special every year. We love it so much. It's
I think it's
adorable.
great. Listen, I don't know what's going on over in Australia, but their kids' content, freaking top notch. Bluey's amazing. This is amazing. Like, does Australia not know how to make bad children's television? Because we're really good at it. We make all kinds of shitty television for kids.
Oh God, we do.
Over there, I mean, maybe they got a whole bunch we don't hear about because this is the only two things that made it over. I don't know, but
exports.
Yeah. I think the Pacific Ocean is vetting these things for us.
It must be. Well, that's great.
They actually talk about when they come to the U.S. too during and then when 9/11 happens, and it's just heartwarming. If you want to just see a very heartwarming story, watch the documentary. Hot Potato.
Hot Potato available now on Prime, right? Amazon Prime Video.
Yep,
Awesome.
that's where it's at.
All right.
DJ Stengel says there's no green Wiggle because of green screen. For whatever reason, was there a SNL skit where they were doing a kids show and they didn't realize that it was like a parody of the Wiggles, and they didn't realize one of the players' shirts matched the green screen color, and it was just this head floating, and it was making freaking the kids out basically because am I
I don't know why that sounds familiar to me too, and I don't even watch SNL anymore. I don't know where I saw that. I saw it somewhere. Yeah, I think
sounds super familiar. Yeah.
Well,
can I just say that Lucky Phil in the chat said that Emma and the Purple Wiggle, which is Lockie, they actually did get married while they were Wiggles.
Oh.
And then they a few years later broke up, And I wanted to cry when Lockie was talking about it because you could tell he kind of still loves her. And it was just,
that's sad.
it's like, but they're so nice and they don't want to go into it. And
But
I don't blame
they
them.
still perform together, right? It's all
Yeah,
good.
yes, they did. They still performed until she retired.
Oh, she
and
retired? Okay.
Went on. Yeah. So she left.
I have to admit, I have zero history of any of these guys. I just know they existed.
I can't believe how much I know.
I know you know
about
so.
them.
You're an expert. I'm coming to you with my Wiggles questions. This is fantastic. All right, go check that out. That's on Prime. Guess what? I was also on Prime this week, and I watched. Randy alluded to it, but I watched one of my favorite films of all time because I got in a mood, and it was great. And I also had something that got fixed for me this time viewing it. I think it's my third watching. Anyway, here's the clip. We'll talk about it.
And it leads where?
Another galaxy.
A wormhole's not a naturally occurring phenomenon.
Someone placed it there.
They?
And whoever they are, they appear to be looking out for us. That wormhole lets us travel to other stars. Came along right as we needed it.
They've put potentially habitable worlds right within our reach. 12, in fact, from our initial probes.
You sent probes into that?
Mm-hmm.
We sent people into it.
We sent people into there.
So I've got to go. I just want to say you win.
I win, right? I win.
Like, between our two movies, Interstellar is definitely the one that I want to watch the most.
We share at least two actors in here. So we got Matt Damon and Casey Affleck. So in a way, we were watching sister movies, you and I, this week.
Sister movies.
Yeah, it's like a 9.9 for me. I always dock it 0.1 points because of the repeated use of the word Murph.
Yeah.
But
there is a lot of Murph. You're not wrong. Murph comes up a lot in that movie. It's fine, but it comes up a lot. It's the daughter's name. Randy, you have a fantastic one. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay, so there goes Randy into the weeds. Let me tell you why I love Interstellar. I don't think it's not like this isn't unique. Everybody likes that movie, I think, to some degree.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's an amazing movie. It deals with so many great themes. It's one of Christopher Nolan's best. My first watching of it, and maybe a little bit of my second, I was then annoyed with the robot design. I know this is a total nitpicky thing, but that weird blocky robot bugged me in the first two viewings. And I just thought, well, all of this is very cool and very believable. And for some reason, this doesn't work for me. And I didn't know why.
Why would science invent a robot that can't walk on an uneven surface?
Exactly. It just seems so crazy. But something happened with this watching where I came around on it. And by the time it ended, I went, you know what? I don't want that to be any different. I want that robot. I forgot its name.
Lars or
Jules or
something like that. It's like a 4-letter.
It's like a science name.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I just watched it. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway.
Somebody will get it to us.
It is as good as it was the day.
Tars,
that's it. It's multiple Kate Blanchetts in there. Anyway, it's very, very good as you would expect. I know I'm talking to the choir here. Most people listening are probably, big fans of that movie, but it is worth revisiting. I don't feel like it's aging at all. It came out in 2014. It feels like it came out this year. Which have been weird.
Some of the best Matthew McConaughey acting when he's watching the messages. Holy crap!
Yeah, he really goes into it. And there's a lot of this. A lot of his performance is very McConaughey. You heard it in that clip. It's very, I don't know what that means. Just kind of that drawl thing he does. But it works for this character. It works for the relationship with his family, his daughter in particular. That holds up really well. I forgot that the kid, until this viewing, his son, when he's young, before he's Casey Affleck, is played by the Dune kid.
Timothée Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet is in there.
Yeah. Not mispronounced at all, by the way. That's exactly right. Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, it's exactly right. And the daughter is all grown up now. I forgot her name, but she's been in other stuff we've seen here recently.
Jessica.
Not Chastain, the young one.
Oh, you're talking about the original daughter, the young daughter.
Yeah, the young one. I cannot remember her name, but Chastain's great. Michael Caine is great, as he always is, and also in every Nolan movie, he just shows up. That's just his deal.
Yeah.
And what else can I say? I just love it. There's the stuff they deal with, the whole relativity time stuff, is all based on actual theory and astrophysics, and I love that about it. They take liberty with some of it because obviously we don't know some of these answers until we would get there or test out the theories. However,
very much fits with the Brian Cox stuff that you've been sharing lately.
Yeah, big time. I think
lately.
that's actually what spawned me to start just like soaking all that stuff up because I was the movie handles that so well, and then has such an emotional thing at the end. You know, this whole concept that love is a quantifiable energy is an interesting idea, and they really explore that, and they handle the time differences so well. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And the music's incredible. It's just an incredible movie, and I love it. So Interstellar, available on Amazon Prime. Still, I think.
Nice.
I think it was over
Hopefully.
a week. It was over a
Unless
week.
it left today.
Okay. I hope it didn't.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, good point.
Definitely worth watching again though. It's very, very good.
Mackenzie Foy. That's oh no, not Claire Foy. I was thinking Claire Foy. Mackenzie Foy. What do we know Mackenzie Foy from?
I don't
She's
know.
the young Murph.
They're not related, are they? Maybe they are.
They easily could be. I mean,
yeah.
You know, with movies like this, though, I tend to see certain scenes. So the scene where he sees like the spinning, like the way that the kids were playing was it baseball or something, like how the planet rotates. I get such vertigo so easily. I'm like, I would be puking my guts out all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
you're seeing this in IMAX.
I'm like, oh, how does anyone survive that has vertigo?
I was watching a thing the other day
You know?
where this Brian Cox guy was talking about how if you take a regular tennis ball and you bounce it on the floor, if I had one here, I'd do it, but you bounce it on the floor, and let's say that takes a whole second to go down, hit the floor, and come up and go back to your hand, and you're really good about where to release it and when to catch it. But in reality, that ball traveled that direction horizontally about 18 miles in that second.
Right.
So did you.
Sure.
So did everything else.
Yeah.
But it's this relativity thing, and also really screws with the idea that if we could teleport or transport, it's all effed up. It's not so
time
simple.
travel, right? Like, all right, I'm going back in time.
Everybody's
6 months.
is
Oh no,
life.
I'm in space because the planet's
In Nicole's version of that world, everyone's puking, and Brian and I are like locked into some cement wall because we miscalculated the coordinates.
Exactly. Yes.
It's crazy stuff, but this movie does a really good job of being both human and emotional, and dealing with really, basic story, emotional, yeah. But also like very mind expanding and takes you to places you weren't expecting. Yes, Nicole. Sorry.
The discussion about Christmas every day when they're talking about the dust storms, and like how when he was growing up, it was like a new release of a phone. Like, I think about that and how poignant it is. And I don't know. It's a little.
You know what stuck with me this time too is the world's obviously in a bunch of trouble. Corn is the only crop that will grow properly, and even that's starting to die out. So there's that whole thing. So there's an apocalyptic side to this entire story. But there's a part where he's in school, his daughter's teacher's talking about how you can no longer teach that we landed on the moon because too many people are sure it was a hoax, or something to that effect. And that one really hit me this time because there are a lot of people who think a lot of really stupid shit now. And in 2014, I probably went, that's weird. That's an interesting idea. But now it feels too close. Feels like people would believe some weird shit like that and start literally saying, well, we can't talk about moon landings in school. There's too many people that think that we faked it. And I just kind of went, oh my gosh, hurry up and get to the future and fix this.
God, exactly. Oh,
those people piss me off.
Yeah, we get to the future and find out it's worse. That's basically the part I dread.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. But anyway, and then that whole like the base he wakes up on what planet it was on, a moon outside of Venus or something, whatever it was, with the big circular, like they're pastures, but they curve up and go around. Like his vision of the future. It's so cool. Visual. So cool. Anyway, it's like he did that. Anyway. It's like he folded the world in Inception and then liked it so much he had to do it again. Anyway, that's the movie. It's on Prime, and all of these are on quicktms.li for your perusal. So go check those out. Nicole, anything else going on before we cut you away?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing at all.
Enjoy your day, guys. Nothing at all.
Happy day after Halloween. Check your candy for razor blades. All right. That'll do it for that. Well done, everyone. Fun one today.
Yeah, Tristan ended up, when he was a kid, he ended up getting a Snickers bar that had a Razor scooter in it. It was just horrible.
Oh, parents, check the candy today for Razor scooters. Okay,
Yeah, check for Razor scooters.
I know they're in there, and you don't want to be caught with that in your gullet. Brian, we got a text for you real quick before we end things.
Yeah.
This
is it for me? Because that spelling of my last name really throws me off.
EIBBIT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like it's IB in information technology. That's how that goes.
Exactly. Look, people know how to spell Abbott, right? Yeah. It's on all those COVID tests. Just replace the first A with an I and you've got it.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Anyway, this is written by, doesn't say, didn't give a name. David Addison imitation reminded me, and this is talking about yours. Your David Addison impression reminded me of something you might want to see, meaning you. In the final season of Riptide, they poke some fun at their time slot competitor, Moonlighting. In one of the last episodes called If You Can't Beat 'Em, Join 'Em, the premise is that Riptide detectives are asked to allow 2 actors to shadow them as research for a detective TV show. The script and guest actors do a phenomenal job parroting Moonlighting. Richard Green does a spot-on imitation of David Addison. Hope Brian checks it out and enjoys.
That's cool. I looked for it pre-show. I saw this and I'm like, oh, let me see if I can find it. Maybe we can have a clip, but couldn't find one. But I'm going to seek that out and watch it. The episode that I watched I guess it was last night, was the Christmas episode where they basically just, as every show tends to do, the longer they're on, they're guaranteed to do an It's a Wonderful Life thing where, well, let's see, what if the so-and-so never existed? Yeah. And this is what if Maddie never reopened, like instead of closing or keeping Blue Moon Detective Agency open in that first episode, if she would have closed it.
Was it good, or was it one of the usually?
It was okay. It's tropey as hell. But the funny thing is, she shows up at what used to be the Blue Moon Detective Agency, and another investigations company has taken over the space, and it's Heart Detective Agency, and you see their former driver, that guy, Heart to Heart. You know, when they met, it was Maida, and he's carrying Freeway the dog through the place, and they both look at each other and go, wait a minute, are you? and then they cut away. But it was that whole third season where they broke the fourth wall every 5 minutes in that thing.
My mom loved Heart to Heart.
Did she?
Loved it, and I
watched it. Did you really?
I really
watched
disliked
it, but I really watched it. I'm going to be honest. I watched it for Stephanie Powers. I had such a thing for Stephanie Powers.
Yeah, she was pretty great.
I don't know what it is about, her. There's a little Raquel Welch in there, redheaded. Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool. I liked her. The other guy, though, who killed Natalie Wood, or everyone.
Yeah, Richard Wagner. Robert Wagner.
He used to drive me crazy, and then someone told me once, well, we think he's the one that killed Natalie Wood on that boat that day, and I went,
yeah. And Christopher Walken saw it, and he hasn't said anything. What's the deal?
What's going on there, Walken?
I don't know.
Quiet man walking. That's what's going on there.
That's right. There you go.
Send us a text, everybody. We love to hear from you. 801-471-0462. And you can also leave a voicemail at the same line. So please do that. You can also email us, themorningstream@gmail.com. Yes, Brian.
Oh, I was going to say, got one more thing to say. I didn't put this in the list, but Tristan bought a car yesterday. He's got a new to him.
Yeah.
Audi TT.
Ooh. Fancy.
Very nice coupe car, and which means that he's not going to be responsible for shuttling everybody around anymore. At least he'll be able to shuttle one person, most likely his girlfriend, around place to place, but probably not everybody, all of his roommates, as he was before. So
it's a nice little car. Look at this thing.
It is, yeah.
What color did he get?
I haven't seen it yet. I don't know. I think it's black or dark blue.
Dude, look at that thing, you guys.
Yeah.
These look expensive. They must not be too bad. What year did you get?
2017, 2018, I think.
That's great.
Yeah.
This looks awesome. It's a coupe, you say?
It's coupe, not a convertible. But
yeah, that car's sexy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I like it. He should let you drive it for a while since you did the trade. You should get to drive it.
That's a really good point. Tina and I need to talk to him about that and say, let's see, you had our cars for 2 weeks.
Yep.
I think a week each will be fine. Yeah.
Yep. And then a permanent trade after that. Sorry. That's how it works. We're your parents. All right, that is it for today's show. Big thanks, everybody, for joining us. Let us dive into a new month with new resolve to get our Patreon up. We need new people, everyone, new people.
Well, we want to keep our existing people.
We don't want you to leave.
With new people.
That's
we want to add new people.
Yeah, we want to flush us with new people, keep the existing people, and then one day we'll be one people. All right?
That's right. So many people, lots of good people, lots of good people, both sides of things. You know, we've got a lot of people who joined the Patreon.
Yeah, that was 4 people just left.
We really fucked up. We really screwed up, ladies and gentlemen. I know I just said the F-bomb, but that's all right. I can do it. I could walk downtown. I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and say the F-bomb, and nobody can do a damn thing about it.
So that's 5, 6 we've lost now. Let's see, 7.
No, now we really need new people. Come back, people. Come back.
Yeah, we're gone. The Wraith just left.
We've lost Rainbow Bright, Stephanie, and Jeannie. Dang it.
What are we going to do? Oh, those are big names. We can't be losing those people. Anyway, who you calling those people? That's going to do it for today's show. Patreon.com/TMS is the place to go to be our supporters. Thanks so much to everyone who does. Let's play a song to get us out of here and on to the rest of our day.
It just reminded me that I forgot to respond back to Mr. Postman, who asked me to record an impersonation of Trump for his outgoing voicemail. And I told him, oh really? Is your goal to not have anybody stick around long enough to leave you a message? Is that the deal? I'm so bummed we didn't get to this birthday, but I can't remember what was going on that day. We somehow missed it. B4 Tank Girl had a birthday last month. Greetings, Stoner and Brewski. It's my birthday, says B4 Tank Girl. Please play Take On Me by Real Big Fish on or around the 17th. We need a little ska in our lives. P.S. Why does 54 feel like 80? No doubt, right?
Yeah.
Everything shouldn't hurt for no reason. Please play 30 seconds of the oldest Fletcher clip you have. Much obliged, I'm sure.
Oh, my
Yours
gosh.
continuously, B4 Tank Girl. Do you have a way of sorting your Fletchers by
I
age?
do, actually. So before we do that,
Let's party.
that's for her. That's for that. And then Fletcher's. Oh, man, I bet I got an easy way to do this. All right, so yeah, I do. So here we go. Here's the oldest. Oh, that can't be. It says 2010 is the oldest I have. I know I have older stuff than that.
Oh, sure.
But in my readily available stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's hear 2010.
Let's play it. Here we go.
The spice must flow.
Oh, that's the oldest one I got. Let's talk about
What's
this
funny
one.
is he sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, he doesn't sound any different.
You can be my wingman anytime.
That was also 2010. So those are that's what you get. I wish I had. I know I have some ELR stuff. I just don't know where that folder is. So sorry. It was a long time ago, you guys. Like almost 20 years. Holy crap! It's been almost 20 years. Is that right? Shit!
Wow.
We're almost 20. Brian, 20 years next year for Coverville.
Yeah.
At the very tail end of it, technically ELR was going on since 2003. So I'm at 20 years now.
You're at 20 years. Yeah.
What? That's bonkers.
Crazy.
All right. Well, let's play this song and make everyone happy and feel less old.
Well, okay. I already told you what it is. It's before Tank Girl. You played the clips. So now we got to play the song.
Oh, I meant the song is what I meant. Didn't I say song? I don't know what I said. Whatever.
It's Take On Me by Real Big Fish. I think they recorded this for the basketball movie, the Trey Parker, Matt Stone movie where they combined basketball and baseball and made a new game.
Yeah. That movie, I don't know if it holds up. I kind of want to see it and see.
I've never seen it, so I'm curious. Yeah.
Yeah. It was okay in the day, I thought. Anyway, let's play that song. Let's do it now. And listen, everybody, between now and then, just DTNS and stuff today. So check all that out. And, keep your eye on the prize. I don't know what that means. That's going to do it for us. Thank you all for listening. We'll see you next time.
Get more at frogpants.com.
Chuck Testa.
Oh, old Chuck Testa.
I forgot about Chuck Testa. Wow.
Is that guy still? No, he died.